My name is Muhammad Faris bin Muhammad Faisal. My matric number is 1202389. Today I will explain about corporate failure. What is corporate failure? Corporate failure means corporate governance refer to a set of rule, control and policy of a company that allow investor to monitor the direction and integrity of the business. Company with a good governance usually have no problem building trust with their investor and their community. The excellence of an orderly managed company without abuse of power or conflict of interest among the top management. Okay, next, I will explain one of the causes of financial distress that lead to a liquidation of a company. Alright, among the causes of a company financial problem is poor financial planning and spending habit not according to one's ability is the main factor causing a debt problem. And inability to repay a loan. This is certainly not uncommon in a company day by a day. In addition, a company financial system does not care such as recording the company financial outflow that have been used. This can easily lead to a fraud or misappropriation of company fund. So, a company needs to know the exact financial outflow.
Change in business structure are the condition when an organization of a company want to reorganize the governance structure of their business. Change in business structure often happen when a sole trader or a company want to expand the business so that they can have a better capital capability and earning more profit. There are many types of change in the business structure, but the most common change are when a sole trader change into company, sole trader into partnership, and a partnership into a company. Now, we will move to the causes of the business structure. The first causes of change in business structure is the government policy. Government policy can be defined as a set of rules made by the government that need to be followed by every person. In the case of business entity, both public and private company must abide by the policy set by the government. Therefore, when the government introduce a new policy, the company must act in line with the policy set by the government. For example, during the recent announcement of Budget 2022, the government has introduced a new policy called Women on Board, where the government stipulates that every largest company in the country must have at least one female director on the board of their corporate. Hence, if there are any company that did not have female board members in their company before the introduction of this policy, the business structure need to be made to be in line with the government policy.
Next, we continue to number 2, change in preferences of customer. Change in preferences of customer is one of the factors that cause in changing an organization. Before this, there were few choice, so the days that you had to get used to company's product are over. Nowadays, there are multiple product choices on the market. People are free to choose from any product, and their loyalty to the brand is reduced. They buy product from organizations that offer excellent product quality for the cheaper price. Because of that, a company must be vigilant and change rapidly to meet the changing needs for their customer. For example, in today's internet age, people are more interested in online shopping than going to physical store to buy the product they need. Therefore, organizations and companies need to change their business structure to meet the changing needs for their customer. Next, we go to number 3, lifespan of product. One of the factors that make a product and service in top of
Technology advancement. Today, one of the most fundamental reasons driving organizational change is technology, which we must adapt to in order to stay competitive. As an example, before advancement in technology, all tasks such as recording and ordering were done manually. But now, you don't have to do this manually with the help of computer. This also applies to the production activities, where they were done manually by the workers. However, due to technology's change, all this work were done mechanically, which not only reduce error, but also help speed up the manufacturing process. Next, failure is previous business. Failure is a factor in ending the operation of same organization, as this organization take shame and take no risk with innovative idea. Some organizations, on the other hand, have worked hard to turn failure into a success by viewing failure as a challenge and repeating ineffective and failing operation without fear of insolvency. For success, the data was analyzed and changed.
Next, social changes. Social changes are also an important factor in changing an organization because a company needs to adjust the company's production depending on changing human needs and desires that are changing and not fixed. Changes in their needs and desires depend on their own environment and social life, such as education, international influence, and urban development can cause the social change. For example, the needs of people living in urban areas are different from those in the suburbs because of their different living conditions. They are more concerned about the quality than the service provided and the price. People living in suburban areas often care about the price of goods according to their ability without caring directly about the quality or service provided as long as they can use the goods and it is sufficient for them. Here we can see how the differences in the needs and wants of society according to their social life. Lastly, acquisition and merger. An acquisition is when a company buys another company and have a full control of the company's operation and organization, while a merger is happen when two companies decided to integrate with one another and have an equal control of the merged companies between both companies' owners. A merger can happen between every business structure and often the original entities have a much larger percentage in the ownership. Merger happen in order to companies able to make a better profit and make a better influences in the market. This happen because the now merged companies will have a different expertise and strategies to ensure the company's stability. The obvious difference of a merger and an acquisition is the control of the company. Often an acquisition will benefit one company 100%, whereas the company that had been bought have fall down under the buyer company. A merger, on the other hand, when merged companies have an equal control on the operation and ownership, but often the original company will have a better share in the agreement between the merged companies. That's all from us. Thank you.